done this yet.
We haven't. That's why we haven't seen it in a very long time. So they have to be pretty confident in what they've prepared today, and they're actually going to start on defense, so we'll see again if things have changed for the better.
Yeah, 3 going towards B for Go Prince to start out. The wall does come through for Solo, seeing if you can maybe catch someone coming around the edge, but Prince isn't keen to do anything else. NUTURN's going to grab the ult orb for themselves, and the poison cloud there makes it pretty difficult for anybody to really push through right now.
Yeah, I like what NUTURN's doing here. They kind of heard the aggression. They're delaying it, and they also secure the ult orb for themselves. Solo almost got caught out. Wasn't aware that he was kind of being blocked by the container, but he's going to make it out for now.
He's got to be super careful there. He is able to escape without taking much damage. Perry's going to find JoJo as the first kill of the round. Allow going to get one over in Kitchen now as the push is on for Go Prince. They're kind of feeling the pressure coming down. Suggest gets another headshot. He's going to get 2 no Cobra, but there it is. Suggest on the other side finds one more. Perry gets the job done with a snake bite in the end.
This was just unfortunate for Go. They wanted that timing right as the wall went down. They weren't able to get the first kills, and then on top of that, you had Allow kind of watching mid. Once he gets that kill in mid, you know that you're secure to kind of all in on B, defend that. You got the spike down. NUTURN off to a good start. And we'll see, they're not going to commit too much here. They just want to kind of hold it for that round 3. They're feeling confident enough in how they want to play this. Go, though, they say, all right, well, it's the second round. Let's try to make an all-in push on A. And I think if they go quick enough, this can work out. The Viper's already on B for NUTURN.
Yeah, you really want to get the spike plant at least on this one, so let's see if they can get it done. You got to be careful around this corner. Lakia already up on top of the pipes. Going to find another headshot here. He is crazy good right now. You talked about it earlier, Chobra. He is nailing some incredible shots. Allow on the other corner with the Reyna, looking to maybe either dismiss or heal off of that depending on the situation. There goes the toxic screen. We'll see exactly when Go is going to hit this.
Oh my gosh, and Solo's already flanked all the way through A. Is he going to catch them off guard? He catches one. He is going to get traded, but now Go's in a really bad place. They've lost their timing to push in. They've lost their timing to flank. They know that they were seen kind of backing out, and NUTURN plays this so well. After that, they start inching forward through A, and now they've dominated control of that side of the map. And so you say, okay, we've given up mid a little bit, but you don't really have many places to go. Allow goes a little greedy. He's going to get spotted from afar. Lakia's just a different player this stage, too.
He's incredible. Suggest having a little bit of trouble getting a bead onto Halbase, who's going to throw the Hawk out. It is still going to be Halbase getting the win, so now Print has evened it up at 2-2. They're a little beat up, but they've got some guns. Cobra with his 3rd kill of the round, getting Perry, and now they're going to be able to get that spike down. It is all up to Lakia on the jet with that ghost.
Go, really good choices here from Go Prince. After they kind of get caught off guard mid, they get that 1 kill, and they say, all right, well, now let's push into B, because they're not going to be prepared entirely for the flank yet. Now it's a 2v1 in favor of you, and if you can win this round, that changes things quite a bit.
Well, if Lakia can get the double, he's going to have the Blade Storm as well. He's going to start the plant, go for halfway. Smoke comes down right about now. He puts it down again. They're going to have to push in and go for it. Right-click with the Blades is Cobra with his 4th kill of the round.
Yeah, the Cloud Burst, of course, not lasting just long enough, so he does have to put that second one down, and eventually he will get taken out. I mean, I was wondering if he was going to try to just hold it all the way right as the Cloud Burst finishes, but he chooses to play safer. He's going to get taken out. Now it's tied 1-1, but because of kind of that save from NUTURN even after their first win, they are going to have those rifles to compete, and Lakia relying on either an ult orb or perhaps a first kill to get that Blade Storm. We'll see if they prioritize that orb for him right off the bat.
I mean, Cobra doing some serious work with that Spectre that round. Halbase, you got to give him some credit. Getting deep into the kitchen there, opened up a lot of space for Go Prince as well. Now over the top of Solo. Slash is going to get him, though, in the exchange, trying to push through green. And there's still a lot of, utility at the front of this. The Poison Cloud really makes it difficult to push. Viper has so much control over narrow spaces like this.
It's very different than how NUTURN plays on most of the maps, because most of the maps, what they take advantage of is the fact that they can rely on Allow and Suggest as these great aimers to take control of their extremities, right? You split your forces, take control, and then Solo has all the room to play with in terms of his calls. Right now, they have kind of Solo having to play a little aggressive with that Sage, and it's not working out very well. We'll see if NUTURN can still regroup here as we see Go Prince having 3 ready to try to strike onto A.
Perry's seeing if he can take advantage of this, but JoJo's ready for him. Headshots, and Perry doesn't even see it coming. Suggest trying to move back over towards Boiler, trying to see if he can get it. He does get the Halbei in the back on the retreat here. So a nice little maneuver by him, but a 3v4 right now for NUTURN as the push moves over towards B. Wall is down, so you can just get a corner of the spike plant. Down for Lawrence, it is in. Walls are up. Let's see if they can defend this. This time, NUTURN, they're at an odd man situation coming on to this retake.
Yeah, not too much to work with, right? You don't have the Viper anymore. The enemy, of course, has their Toxic Screen set up. The Blade Storm can work miracles, though. Yeah, we'll see if Lakia can do it. He's going to follow up on this hawk. He dashes right past, loses track of him for a second, but does find JoJo there. Comes up and over, but Slash is ready for the updraft. It's a couple trades. Slash picks up a third here. Allow going for the potential heal, but not much he can do. He's going to tap it. Is he going to hold it for half and then get off of it? The Recon's going to see him, and it's going to be Cobra finishing the job. Another round here in the books for GONGO Prince. A bit uncharacteristic of NUTURN to not be as patient as they usually are, especially on defense. And then GONGO Prince is not hesitating. They see what's happening with NUTURN. They see that they want to try to force the issue even harder on some of these ultimate orbs. And so they say, all right, if we can just win that first challenge, if we're prepared for it, now we take control of mid, and then we start to just expand our territory across the map. And now look at GONGO Prince. They've already had several duels on B. They're waiting for NUTURN to potentially challenge that again as they're stacking on A. Looking at the replay here from the last round, but GONGO Prince, I think they're playing this very smartly.
Yeah, they're doing really, really good, and now they're pushing through on A. Already 2 for Cobra. Back-to-back headshots, looking for a third here. Is not going to get it because Lawrence is going to be there to pick it up, and that's a 3 for already. Of course, it's an eco round here, and just great shooting for JoJo. NUTURN, yeah, they were kind of ready for this on A, but, you know, with the assault rifles versus, you know, sheriffs and pistols, it's very difficult to handle.
It's really tough to try to rush out on an eco on A in Icebox. Like, usually that is, you know, what a lot of teams do, right? When they go for the eco, you just try to get those close angles and you go for some duels, do some damage. But on A, there's so much verticality, right? That you're at a disadvantage when the enemy has rifles. And GONGO Prince also reading that correctly and saying, let's just get the numbers advantage, the weapon advantage, and we'll win yet another round. GONGO Prince is now up 3-1 against NUTURN.
Yeah, it's a really nice job by Cobra to get up there, get on top, cover those angles. Follow, you know, they're really well coordinated. Lawrence is pushing up right on the back of Cobra's plays. Just really well executed by GONGO Prince. NUTURN, like you mentioned, they try to do something, but yeah, it's really, really difficult on A. You can see here, JoJo on the backside doing a good job covering the back angle. And then they're going to finish the job. Let's see. Now rifles in hand for NUTURN. A big round here. If they can't get this one done, also putting the operator into Lakia's hands, this one could be rather challenging.
Yeah, so now we see NUTURN playing back a little bit, waiting to get information. However, this starts to become a mind game, right? If GONGO Prince just kind of runs the clock and then executes onto a site, they might catch NUTURN with their pants down. So we'll have to see if NUTURN's going to continue to fish for information. Right now, it looks like they're just waiting. They are going to clear a 2, but they kind of left that open. The Poison Cloud was there early on to kind of break any site.
Yeah, GONGO, I think, looking for a lurk here from NUTURN. NUTURN was pretty keen on lurking last round, so now they're trying to see if maybe they can catch somebody coming out, but the smokes are down. They're trying to wait this Poison Cloud out. Cobra just kind of hanging out on the edge. There's a bit of a one-way there, but the wall is up, and there's 2. Quick as you like. Allow. Gonna find Halbei over there. Lakia finds the operator kill over on B side. Seekers are out. Just gonna put a shot through the smoke, see if he can get lucky, see if he can catch anything. Lawrence gonna have to back off as he's getting stunned up.
Yeah, well, really good use of the Seekers. You got the kill on A at the same time, so now you know they are stacked on B. Send out the Seekers while Allow pushes out an A. However, they've already kind of given up control in mid, so Jess gets there just in time to make sure they don't advance. He's going to buy time. Only 20 seconds left on the clock as Allow goes down.
Hey, Cobra, very nice shooting here. Solo trying to use a wall to get up an angle. Lakia gonna find one. Suggest there to find another. Suggest gonna clean it up, and there is a big second round win for NUTURN on their rifles on a full buy. They're able to come through.
Yeah, going for that 4-1 split, but unfortunately, if you're going to do that, you have to make sure that the person on the one side, for this time it was Halbei, going through that A site, either is just making enough noise or getting the kill. But too many angles to clear on your own here in A. I think they got a little antsy. They ran the clock down more than they wanted to, right? You only already had about 30 seconds left. So NUTURN able to capitalize on the patience they had in the beginning of the round. Now you're kind of resetting, right? Everyone has to reset a little bit. You've done things differently from both sides throughout the last couple rounds.
Yeah, GONGO Prince is able to bank up a fair amount of money, though. So even if they lose this round, they're still going to have enough to kind of going forward to at least keep themselves in a pretty good spot. Lakia now going to still have that operator, did not get taken away from him, so he's going to be watching from the A corner there. You can see GONGO Prince still just waiting this one out, playing patiently, moving the spike around. They've got Halbei up there on belt looking at what's going on. A flash is going to find them from Suggest, but that doesn't reveal too much. Maybe they're going to follow up off this recon drone.
Yeah, good, deep guiding light will confirm. So now NUTURN playing back once again. The Owl drone is taken down. Lakia misses one shot, but they know the op is prepared here. Cobra trying to answer back with one of his own.
Yeah, he clips Lakia to the wall. Lakia does find Halbei, though. A nice flick. Allow trying to hold it. Dismisses back over, and Lakia trying to push up through the smoke. He's going to find one. Dashes over right away, but the knives are out here for Cobra. Lau's going to trade out one. Let's see if he can get him around the corner. Ooh, he looks away just at the last second. Cobra here going to switch over to the operator. He still have his opponent around, just pushing, and nobody's peeking out either side. See if they can get this down. Spike is coming through. It is going to be a 2v2 on this, and make that 2v1. Lakia with the right click, trying to finish it off, and he's going to find the fourth of the round.
That operator is a little bit too long to hide behind that box right there. So NUTURN comes out on top, and I think it's so amusing that NUTURN playing a bit aggressive gave GONGO Prince a window, but now that they're playing patient again, Prince kind of doubting themselves. They're double guessing. They're not actively trying to either bait out information or give fake information. They're just waiting until NUTURN fishes out their own, and then they say, okay, well, time is up, so we're going to strike, which is actually the criticism that this team got in stage 1. So I really hope they're able to regroup a little bit coming in here into the next couple rounds and say, all right, we still got to play our own game, right? We can't just wait for the clock and then be pushed into a corner here.
Yeah, you're going to have to find a way to deal with Lakia as well right now.
Yes.
He is really heating up, and he's got an operator still in his hands. They haven't been able to displace him at all. He's going to have to use that recon drone on the first shot. He's waiting around the corner, gets Halbei. Very nicely done. Lakia is on another level right now.
This is so insane. What happened to Lakia? What kind of training regimen did they give him for him to, he was always kind of the, well, I guess he's the weakest link on NUTURN if we had to choose. You know, he's on the Sova, he's often left alone. But now he's playing Jet with an operator, topping the scoreboard for his team. This is insane. Suggest finds one in mid with the Trailblazer as well. And once again, GONGO Prince, they've kind of already set up the toxic screen. They've lost the advantage of faking anything on A. They have to push on to B.
Cobra jumped over the slow orb there and does find one, and he's going to get returned. Lawrence is able to follow up onto Perry. Going to put the wall down, going for the spike plant here. Utility being shot around it. There's still Suggest up on top. Tries to get a shot as he falls. Isn't able to do it. Viper Pit is here. Suggest trying to work around the outside of it. This is where things get tricky. But right on the edges, Lawrence. He's able to be spotted by Suggest. Trying to see if they can get the one. He's going to get another one-tap headshot down onto Slash. Lakia trying to work through here. It's just the Viper. It's just JoJo left on the inside. They're going for the defuse. JoJo's going to find one, though. Lakia down. Going to have to try to get the re-defuse, but Suggest is going to get his third kill of the round. Defuse going to come through for NUTURN.
Oh, man, that's so unfortunate. The Viper's pit was set up in time, and JoJo had actually a really good placement for that pit, right? He was right at the edge, next to the container, right on yellow, so he was safe from any kind of spray. He still had advantage in terms of vision, but alas, his teammates got caught outside of the pit, which I think they should have been, right? That's too small of a space, too open of a space to stay inside altogether, but his teammates get caught down, and now it's a 3v1. I mean, you can take turns kind of taking that defuse, spraying through to catch that target. And NUTURN will get yet another round win.
Look at his tap.
I
love it.
Good.
I love it,
good, man.
He's so good. Dude, Lakia, I want to know where the hyperbolic time chamber is in Korea that they put him in, man. He's gotten so good. Ooh, Halbei gonna find one. Cobra's gonna get a follow-up. That's 2 down already. Make it 3. Halbei takes a little bit of damage, but that's okay, because now the A site is plenty open. Gonna use the wall to get up on top of the rafters. What a push here for GONGO to start out the 8th round. Cobra finds another one. Are we gonna have a flawless?
Yeah, there we go. JoJo finds kill. That was a really weird aggressive push. They weren't in any kind of urgent need of that ult orb. They didn't really have any, setup for the backline. I mean, of course, Lakia getting picked off kind of opens everything up, but a bit unfortunate. I mean, listen, so far for NUTURN, like, you guys have won every round you play patiently. I don't think you have to push out at all. Like, I know you want to try to dominate, but Trust me, I think it's working out statistically where you just hang back, let Lakia get the first kill, and then Go and Go Prince falls apart if they don't get the first kill, right? They start to panic a little bit. Use that to your advantage.
And I like what Lakia is doing here. He's going to use his Blade Storm instead of going for another operator and putting himself in a really big economic hole. And he takes a bunch of damage, though, of course, from that wall, but that heals back up, so not the end of the world there for him. Halbait just pre-firing, trying to see if they can catch Lakia or somebody. Nobody to be found just yet. GONGO still not around the corner. Going to use the Hunter's Fury to clear out screens, and a lockdown coming in as well.
Okay, so Go Prince really wants to commit. This is not a fake solo. Already on the flank, though, picks off one. The alarm bot will slow him down a little bit, but Slash not able to move forward with the spike just yet. He's distracted, and the spike goes down. This is huge. That stops all momentum for Go Prince, as they're also down 2 versus 3 in number.
It's a fantastic lurk by Solo, not able to find Halbait. Halbait finds his third of the round. He's having a fantastic last couple rounds here for himself. There's a Guardian for Suggest. Parry with the Phantom. Halbait now going to have to start pushing forward. They did find the spike, and him and Lawrence are going to continue this movement in towards A. The wall is up, but it does just fall down, so now they've got an opening. Will they continue to push through here? There's going to be the guiding light coming through. Suggest is going to get the information that they are there with that. Lawrence pushing around the corner. Suggest going to be ready for it. He is. He's going to get it with the Guardian. He turns onto Lawrence, but Halbait's going to follow it up for his fourth. Where is Parry? Parry is rushing over. Had to play off the site just in case they rotated over to B, and it's going to be the ace for Halbait.
Oh my gosh, Halbait making that risky play to push forward for the kill rather than go for the plant. At 10 seconds left, that is a huge risk to take, and he chooses to do so because they were tracked by the guiding light early. So you have to assume, okay, Parry has to be rotating already, or he's somewhere else on the site already. If I go for the plant here, I'm going to get challenged. And so he makes that call, but what a call it was, giving him the ace and the clutch.
It was nuts. What a round for Halbait there. Just actually taking over that round. I mean, deals with the lurk from Solo, the flank from behind, everything so darn well there. Huge momentum swing now for Go Prince. Parry only able to go for the Sheriff here, and the rest of them do have Vandals, but this is going to be really interesting. A big round. JoJo already picks off Solo there. He's trying to lurk, so Go Prince setting up a nice trap for him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like NUTURN are kind of conditioning themselves almost on these B pushes. I don't think Go Prince is necessarily trying to purposely leave their flank open for the lurk, but somehow now they've Go Prince has basically learned, right? And NUTURN has kind of conditioned themselves to think, okay, this works every time. We can push out if they're not rushing B. Now Solo gets punished for it. Now Go Prince, they have the entire map to play with, right? They have control of mid now, as we see JoJo kind of starting to peek into tube. We're going to see if they spot the Viper all the way at yellow. Just going to go back, but you see the snake bite, so you know that one's still
she's
there.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, lots of information to play with. This is going to force NUTURN to start moving a little bit, but they're split off. It's going to turn into kind of these 1v1, 1v2 duels if NUTURN pushes out too far. Go Prince need to take advantage of this timing.
Yeah, finally, the rotate is here for NUTURN. That's a good timing. They're around. They're going to be shooting up the top turret to take that down. Lakia not able to really find anything with the wall in the way. Takes a bunch of damage through that box as well. Parry trying to push through. The heal is there at least from the sky, so Suggest being Johnny on the spot. Lakia is going to find one for that after JoJo takes Parry down. Halbait and his teammate on the back of yellow. They're going for the defuse. They're throwing some Hawks out. Alau's going to find one. He's going to find another here. That's two, but Halbait trying to pick up where he left off. Suggest going to get slashed. Halbait trying to work the side of this, seeing if he can get the defuse. Gets another headshot onto Lakia. Can he finish Suggest off? No. Suggest is there to save the day for NUTURN.
Yeah, the reload timing unfortunate for Halbait. Halbait being a hero right now for Go Prince, but I mean, Prince had that set up well, right? They had JoJo on the kind of lurk through mid, try to catch anyone off guard. He does get one. He gets traded out, which still keeps them in the numbers advantage, but the rest of the team was caught out in yellow. That is such a risky trap when you plant on B. I mean, you have the advantage. You're planting with the sage wall with the toxic screen. You can play a bit further back and hold those angles so the enemy doesn't take control of yellow, but if you're all stuck in yellow, you don't have a way out. I mean, Jet's fine there, but everyone else, once you're cornered in, you are so scared to peek that against the defuse that it works works a bit against you, and now we're tied 5-5.
Yeah, you feel so exposed in that.
Yes.
It's a really tough one to play for sure. Cobra coming up and seeing if he can catch anybody. Going to see one at Boiler. It's going to be Solo, but that blade does not find the mark. Solo does have that res available, so keep your eyes onto that. Lawrence as well. So both teams have those up and running. Suggest with the Seekers. Halbei has another lockdown already, of course, because he's just been dominating so far. Ooh. And he's going to get taken down through the tube. Oh, cheeky.
I like it from Lakia, and then Cobra answers right back with the Blade Storm. Solo's down now, and he's been holding on to that Resurrection. It's still not going to find any use. So now we have a bit of an advantage for Go and Go.
Oh, it's only a Bulldog for Perry right now. Perry's been lacking a bit of money. There's that wall, the classic setup for Lawrence. Going to get the spike down. Watching over the top is Slash. On the top of green, he's going to bounce around a little bit and see if there's any lurkers coming through. So far, none. All of NUTURN working their way through Snowman. Slash going to use that recon drone up and over the top, seeing if they can keep track of him. Alau's going to move back, let the rest of his team move forward while he pulls the dart out. Bunch of damage being done. Cobra picks up two with the collat. Very nicely done. Blades are out again here, and this is going sideways. Lakia is super hurt. Lawrence is going to catch him trying to run. Very nicely done by Go and Go Prince.
Yeah, this is how you want to play with the composition that Go and Go Prince has. We've seen it time and time again. With this, you can fight against that defuse with so many lineups. I mean, you have the shock boats, you've got the nano swarms, you've got the snake. It is covered for the entire defuse period. You play back, NUTURN has to push up, because if they try to start the defuse, you're going to get pushed off of it immediately. So now Go and Go Prince finally taking advantage of the composition they had, telling them, you need to come challenge us. Cobra, of course, gets it with the collateral. That just shuts down any sort of advance towards the spike.
Last round in the first half, and Lakia has to go for a Marshall. Allow with the Spectre, couple sheriffs otherwise. Halbei just finds the opener onto Allow. They know that those Reynas love to get up in that nest, and he just wall bangs him right through it to start the round.
That feels bad. I mean, Allow really trying to make something happen, but the Reyna not being enough of a wild card for NUTURN. Lakia still just trying to hold an angle until he has to move out last minute against the attackers. Lockdown. Go and Go Prince. They are in position to get this timing.
And Alau's in a really bad spot for a res even, so that's going to be tough to get to. Halbei's going to get Lakia. Suggest does have a Vandal, finds Jojo. Halbei, though, one of the players to watch right now for Go and Go Prince. He has been hot for this first half. Solo finds the headshot. Going to pull the res up onto Lakia as well. Going to cover it. They are going to get it successfully, but Halbei finds his fourth of the round. Is he going to pull off yet another ace? The res onto Jojo here. Now Lakia comes around the corner. Halbei runs out of bullets. Lakia's already, he's going to find him. That's 5. Can he found the 6? No! There he gets him. It's almost the 6-kill dream. Comes up just short, but the spike is here. It is ticking away. Perry trying to come through, seeing if he can pull off a miracle. Throws a snake bite, but no one is there. Lawrence watching from up on high. I don't know if there's anything he can do, and indeed, Go and Go Prince takes their 7th of the half.
That was actually about to be such a highlight for Halbei. He almost messes up with the reload, but he gets out the classic, and he almost takes down Perry as well. But at the end of the half, Go and Go Prince leading 7-5. I think they're pretty happy with that. I mean, we often say that Icebox is a bit more attacker favored, but against NUTURN, and the rounds you won pretty dominantly. I would say the rounds you lost, you were kind of caught off guard in your own play, or you pushed out too far without anyone covering your lurk. And now on defense, I mean, you don't really have to worry about that as much anymore, right? You can play your own game and wait for that information to come to you.
Yeah, that's really true. It was really effective for them. I mean, a flawless in there, an ace from Halbei. They were really taking it to NUTURN there. I mean, I guess for NUTURN, the thing to hang your hat on is you actually got to win on the defender side on Icebox.
New records for NUTURN here as they continue to kind of pave their future on Icebox. NUTURN, it is clear that they've specifically practiced Icebox, right? I mean, they've been avoiding it for so long. You know, they bring out the Viper and the Sage, which has been known to be very strong on this map, and they're using it in the right ways, but almost too expected, right? They're not kind of changing anything up. I mean, Jojo was on that B site for, you know, or rather Perry was on that B site for so long. Sorry about that. And if you're always on B site, you don't really have to worry about anything, and now the attackers can save their toxic screen. So now on attack, is NUTURN going to switch things up? Solo's calls really shine when they're attacking.
All right, let's see if they can get it done. Slash gonna let a recon bolt go up and over deep. I think he does get a spot onto one there, so they know that people are hanging out over by Boiler. Lakia gonna get on top of the crates over by Green and just poking around. Suggest gonna be pushing forward through towards A. So right now it's just kind of a split, slow setup here for NUTURN, just trying to see if they can find any weaknesses in go setup.
Yeah, and we have the Poison Cloud set up for the defenders on A, just to kind of get some coverage. But at the same time, I mean, you only had Cobra on there for so long. Now people are going to rotate over. I do like that Go Prince kind of making sure there's no hyper-aggression on B or mid. Now you can slowly come into A.
Yeah, that Hawk gives a lot of information, but JoJo's there to help his teammate out. They do get Cobra displays from there. More Hawks backing up Go Prince. The wall is going to block a lot of the front part of this plant site off. They're able to get it. You can see the heads up over there, and Halbei is going to find Lakia. Now trying to shoot through the wall is JoJo. Halbei finds another. What has gotten into Halbei the last couple of rounds? Zip lines forward, trying to push down. Lawrence is there with the frenzy, and this is an easy win for Go on the pistol.
Yeah, I mean, that was just, you know, quick kills, easy kills, and you open up the site, everyone has to back out. Now you've got your own Sage wall with the barrier. And then you can get the defuse. Go Prince is looking good. I mean, they're not winning any of these rounds off of luck. They're winning off of their own calls. They're winning off of, and Halbei's gunplay, quite frankly. And that's working out in their favor as they lead 8-5.
Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting. That's 3 rounds in a row going back to the other half there for Go is tied at 5-5, and now they're really starting to run away with it.
Halbei with the Ares as well, going for kind of this early play. I like this because if they're going to do anything cheeky, it's going to be with the Sage Wall, right? You're going to try to get this quick plant with the Sage Wall on B, so you leave just Halbei with the utility and the Ares. Now that's going to counteract any sort of quick plant with the Sage barrier. Everyone else can focus on their rows playing further back. And you can play for retakes in this round, right? You have the SMGs, you have a gun advantage.
Yeah, Cobra able to drag down there and get a little bit of damage at least, but Solo with the nice headshot with the Sheriff. And now he was the only one over there at the time. You do have the lurk coming through for JoJo as he re-rotates over, but for now, NUTURN doesn't like it. They get pretty deep, but the spike's nowhere near, so they're not really able to take advantage of that open plant site.
Yeah, I mean, they had a good call against Cobra, right, pushing in 2v1. They saw last time that Cobra kind of seemed to hold it just on his own, just going for duels with the Jet, buying time with her movement. Now the toxic screen goes up. Halbei has to be ready for this.
All right, let's see if we can put this Ares to use. The toxic screen is there. No plant just yet. Fires a few bullets, going to let his presence be known. Now they're planting, so now he's spraying through, seeing if he can catch them. Doesn't get too much out of it. Gets a little bit. Not much going on. Suggest watching the backside. Oh, what a headshot. Solo's going to pick up 1-2 here. NUTURN could be coming through with a thrifty. Lakia gets one more. Suggest sending the Trailblazer out, searching for that final member of Go Prince, but Slash trying to see if he can find somebody in the back. No, another one. A flawless Trobra.
I mean, there's a reason NUTURN will always buy Sheriffs even when they lose that first round, and it's because they trust in their aim so much. Because when this happens, they actually do so much reverse economic damage against the enemies that first pistol round win now is absolutely nullified. It's enough that they can actually get a rifle here for Allow on top of the SMGs, and now it's flipped. So you have an advantage going to that 4th round of each half. It's a really good call when you have players like this on NUTURN, like Suggest, like Allow, like Solo, who can get those headshots.
It's crazy how much the players will practice with those Sheriffs and what they can do with it. Now Lakia is turned for an Ares. He's going to get Lawrence. Oh my, I think this is the one they picked up off of Halbei.
Yes, that's Halbei's for sure. That burns a little bit.
That's a feels bad, man. But this is an interesting map because both of our pistol rounds, the winners then proceeded to lose the second round.
You're
That's
right.
pretty unusual. That doesn't happen too much.
Yeah, it's not a consistent factor for sure, but NUTURN now feeling much more confident as they know they have the weapon advantage this time around. And you know what's really funny is that last time, I mean, they didn't have the full setup as they started to plant the spike. It baited Halbei out to be a bit early on the trigger. Halbei gets taken down again in mid, and NUTURN have this on lockdown for B.
Yeah, this looks pretty good. If they can keep these, flankers coming through green at bay, they should have this pretty well in hand. Suggest around the corner, finds another one here. Only one left now. Cobra with a frenzy in a dream. See if he can come through, but I don't think he has. There's not much he can do here. I mean, he has to go for it. There's no reason not to economically, but he's just looking to see if maybe he can pick up a kill and a gun potentially. Suggest throws the Hawk around, and Suggest is not fooled at all. Is ready for Cobra at Boiler. 3 kills for him, and yet another win for NUTURN. So now it is 8-7.
The unique thing about NUTURN, once again, is that they have the players to be able to go for these challenges that most other Korean teams wouldn't, right? They have so much faith in their gunplay that they can go for these challenges, open up so much more room for Solo to play with as the IGL. And while Vision Strikers, of course, is another team that has great aimers, they just strategically play much more backwards, right? They play with their intel much more, whereas NUTURN says, we'll just run in and get intel. In fact, we'll just take them out, and that would nullify any sort of intel they got. So it's a very different playstyle than some of the other top teams here.
Well, looking like a potential A rush of sorts. They're slowing up a little bit now with that toxic screen there. Makes things a little more tricky for them to push through, seeing if they can maybe catch GONGO Prince with their pants down a little bit here. But they have the Viper over onto A this time, and they're very ready for it. So you're already seeing a bit of a change in methodologies with the Vipers for GONGO Prince.
Yeah, it was a really good read for them, but they're not able to stop the entry onto the site. The Sage Wall goes in to make sure that there's multiple tiles needing to be broken. Cobra finds one right around the edge.
All right, Cobra still waiting for more to come around the corner, but Solo with the Spectre is going to get him. Some flashes coming out there, the Seekers as well, to buy some time for this spike. They're going to see, they're going to get information, our GONGO. Slash is going to get Suggest. Lakia trying to hold it down. Great smoke, but from above, he's going to get taken out now. It is up to Solo and Perry here for NUTURN to lock this down, and he just drags in time to finish him off. Slash gets Solo. Where is Perry? Nowhere to be found. He's way back by spawn.
Yeah, Perry was so concerned about a potential lurk that he wasn't able to offer any backup. I mean, NUTURN just didn't have exact information on how many had already come into A through the rafters, right, and through the entrance on Defender's spawn. And so they were, while they got the plant down, they got the Sage Barrier to protect the plant. I mean, so many members of GONGO Prince were right on top of it, and the early kills forced them to stay in the site rather than back out and prepare for some of that post-plant lineup and go for those peaks.
Yeah, look how clustered they are, and a good information gathering by Slash there revealed a lot of the locations of NUTURN, so that's really nicely done. Lakia out around. He has got that operator now, so money's still good. Lakia, Bladestorm as well. Things go sideways with the operator. See if we can get an opening pick. You don't see the operator on the attacker side on Icebox too much.
Yeah, definitely not. Again, I mean, if it's Jet, it's doable on any map, but it's a bit risky, right? Because you have to take some of these much more aggressive peaks rather than the super long ranges. On A, we'll see it now and then with the Jets, right? Because you can both try to just go for a complete duel, an operator duel on that vertical level, on the second level on opposite sides. Right now, though, Lakia held that angle for so long and no one's peeked out. And now they're going to get a tag. I wonder if they assume there's someone behind yellow. No, they're going to check for the container. Both floors clear for now.
Yeah, there is Halbe over there. Lawrence gets spotted, taken down by Allow, gonna grab it. Devour, get his health back up a little bit, but Halbe, really good shooting once again with the Vandal, gets him taken down. Pretty easy to spot him with that big line coming out with the Devour. Oh, look at that, the wall taken down very quickly. So Allow is not really able to get the spike plant just yet. Finally, now we're gonna be able to do a good shot by Lakia with the operator, spotting JoJo out. Now waiting around the corner here at yellow, seeing if anybody's gonna come around towards the snowman.
Yeah, they do still need to push out. Not as much to stop them from the defuse compared to their own team comp, but GONGO Prince needs to start to get a kill or two. Cobra pushes out far onto yellow.
Cobra gonna try to smoke his way in, trying to get up close. A personal miss is the right click. Oh no, things are going sideways. Perry gonna find the last two, and that is gonna be another win for NUTURN, 9-8.
Oh man, I mean, right idea, right? Send the Jet out, get the coverage with the Cloudburst, you have the Blade Storm, you start the defuse, and then the Jet just goes off. But missing that, you saw the tip of the model right through the Cloudburst, and he just right-clicks right away, but they've already walked by. Unfortunate, but good play from NUTURN. I mean, they got delayed a little bit with the nanoswarms and the kills from Halbe, but they stuck to the plan. And again, you get that plant down on B site, you can set up so safely on the post plant as long as your lurk is covered.
Yeah, I liked the idea by GONGO Prince to really slow up that plant, but it just wasn't quite enough. And Lakia, yeah, he's going to find Halbe. This time somebody pokes out of green, and he takes him down. Cobra already up over towards Belt here, getting into the backline potentially of NUTURN, so Suggest has got to be ready for this, and he's not. Slash is actually going to be the one to take him down. Perry quickly trades it out. Lawrence is just barely going to be able to pick up this Vandal, get the headshot onto Perry. Very nicely done here, as the spike is going down onto B, but there is a res. Things not too bad here for GONGO Prince, a 4v3 on the retake.
Yeah, I mean, they had those pistols to start, so they decided to go aggressive on A. Works out for them. They have the numbers advantage, but Spike has still been planted. The barrier there as well, so they either have to work around it, which is a bit of a riskier angle. Ooh, Solo going to find JoJo as he tries to find a sneaky entrance.
Oh, Lakia is just waiting for Lawrence. Allow on the back. Gonna get Slash. And there you go. That is 9-9. We are all tied up once again. NUTURN putting together 2 rounds in a row now. And let's see if they can keep it going. Attacker side seems to be going very well for both teams.
Yeah, tying it up and see if they can get that lead. For GONGO Prince, I mean, they seem to rely a lot on Halbe's utility with that Killjoy to stop any sort of plant on B, but I think you need one person more, right? It's so open that the Nanoswarms, yeah, they'll buy time, but you have the Sage Barrier on the other side, right? You have Perry with the Viper. They're going to be able to buy time as well until they can come back for that spike plant. So a little bit more effort needed. Oh, Cobra with the snipe right over Tube with that jet, with that operator. Opens things up for GONGO Prince.
I love to see those walls on the Tube and players taking advantage of it. Really nice pick to start the round here. So Solo is down. The res is also eliminated with that. So that's a huge pickup to start this one for GONGO Prince. You're taking one of those really powerful ults out of the hands of NUTURN as they continue to make the push towards B. Lakia still sitting on the operator. Still potentially a decent chance, but the rotate already coming through for NUTURN. Viper Pit is up as well for NUTURN. They look to put the spike down.
Yep, so that should give them enough coverage, staying far away from those cubes so he doesn't get burned down too much. Does take a lot of damage. Halbe right off on the outside of the pit already, though. He tries to go for 2, but Suggest finally picks him off.
Oh, Lakia is going to outdo a Cobra. Peeks around the corner looking for the second. Isn't able to get the flick onto it. He's going to have to back up, try to let Suggest hold the line, but Suggest is really hurt. Going to go down to Lawrence there quickly and easily. There's a snake bite on his side. So going to have to push through yellow. Perry is going to get a snake bite kill there. Lawrence in the... Nope. Perry's just going to point blank Lawrence, waiting for the last one. It's Slash versus Perry on the 1v1. He knows he's there. Perry's going to take him down. The 10th win goes to NUTURN.
Perry played that so smartly because the Viper's Pit stays up for an extended time after you leave the area. He just steps out once the defuse starts ticking down. And he says, well, they have to clear the entire pit, so I just have to wait right at the edge until they poke out. Gets the kills and able to secure the round for NUTURN. Now they finally have that lead, 10-9.
It's so fun to watch good players utilize Viper's vision control like that. Really well done. This is a great cheeky play there. You love to see those moments. And Perry, just like you said, he's just waiting on the outside of this for the members of GONGO Prince. Picks up the last couple. Lakia comes around the corner with the operator. There was the Lear there as well. Lawrence finds a lot with the Sheriff. What the heck is going on?
Man, I mean, Lawrence went for that challenge and he wins out. He's able to heal back some of his health. Slowly creeping back up. He is going to have to throw down that slow orb, though, just get some distance again. Trailblazer coming out for Suggest.
I'd like to see a re-rotate out of NUTURN, and the fact that the spike is still in spawn leads me to believe that this is probably just a fake, although they lose 2 in the process. So that's kind of a painful, overcommitment towards that side.
Cobra just sniped him from mid into spawn with a classic. What? That is... I mean, I'm sure it was combined damage with JoJo because they were both peeking out, but that should not have happened as NUTURN now only with 3 members alive. They're still just buying this time. I mean, Solo's trying to make this call that we want to still strike onto B. They do have that resurrection, so now they have 4 people. Instead of taking the risk down in spawn, they're going to clear out the site for potential nanoswarms. Looks like one's still there.
Ooh, yeah, Solo, that one is going to be spread out well enough, very well placed on that nanoswarm. The wall going to be taken down, so that's going to push it more towards the container. Cobra, though, going to find one. I think they tried to displace it. but did they with that wall? Lawrence is going to go down. Cobra and Slash find one as well. Suggest the only one alive. The spike was able to be put down, and now he is trying to fight for his life. He gets two with the headshots. Slash, though, trying to wait. Oh, Suggest with the pre-fire around here. Cobra now, it's going to be him versus Suggest. Suggest turns on him, gets the fourth. What in the world, Suggest?
Never doubt Suggest. I mean, he's again one of those guys that will clutch up, right? He'll get those headshots. He's so good. He's such a crucial member for NUTURN. Gets the clutch. I mean, GONGO Prince had a good idea, right? They use their own stage wall to either displace or at least trap whoever is planting the spike, maybe go for a quick defuse, but unfortunately it takes just too long as Suggest starts going on this rampage for the clutch. I mean, Suggest all alone just working around yellow.
He's nuts, dude. This is just insane. He sees the edge of Slash there, so that's a pretty easy pre-fire. And then he looks the wrong way and flicks over just right onto the head. I mean, that is why we talk about him, folks, as one of the best in Korea, no doubt about it. Cobra got that operator once again. Looking to watch NUTURN, see if they're going to try to push A. NUTURN's really been focusing on B, and I think that kind of leads you to believe, as GONGO Prince, that they might try something on A now.
Yeah, I mean, GONGO Prince, I think they're playing as well as they could with how the rounds have gone, right? You don't want to start getting swayed too much, especially against NUTURN, so you're still trying to play somewhat of a default play. Right now, they are starting to stack A a bit more, and they are going to be correct as the Seekers come out trying to clear out the site for A.
Oh, there is the Viper Pit in response, but quickly, two down for Prince. Lakia and Solo picking up a couple. Lawrence is able to respond with one of his own. Slash now watching back towards screens. JoJo picks up a Lao, so all that utility used early kind of nullified a bit, but Perry has found one, so it's up to JoJo and Slash to lock this final, or not final round down. Could be the penultimate, depending if NUTURN wins.
Yeah, I mean, NUTURN can definitely just rotate here. I think they could have tried to back out a bit earlier. I think they wanted to push the numbers advantage a bit, but the Viper's Pit was used right at a time when, they started losing members, right? GONGO Prince, they were a second too late with that Viper's Pit. Meanwhile, Perry's already secured mid to B, so B is clear. This should be an easy plant with 10 seconds left on the clock. 3 versus 2 in favor of NUTURN in terms of players left.
Good communication, but it's also a good split, at least for GONGO Prince, coming from different angles. He's going to have to win against Suggest. You just can't right now. He's too good. Pops another head. And now we have JoJo as the Viper, trying to see if he can win this. Going to fake. And nope, Lakia from the side gets him with the operator. And that is going to be 12 wins for NUTURN, guaranteeing an overtime at the very least, but only one more to go. And they will find themselves winning Icebox for the very first time.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, hey, all that time banning it and just keeping it in that chamber, training up for it is starting to pay off for NUTURN with this 3-round lead. They're playing very well, and it's unfortunate for GONGO Prince. That Viper's Pit is tricky, right? Sometimes you use it preemptively one round just to throw things off, close off one avenue. This time they tried to wait right until the execute started happening, but immediately 2 of their members got picked off. It's just a kind of perfect storm against them. Meanwhile, NUTURN now looking at B once again, but the spike is still held back, as it usually is for this team.
Yeah, they know that someone's up there. Lakia trying to get the shot. Lawrence keeping himself obscured enough that he hasn't been hit just yet. NUTURN really focusing on this. Lawrence around the corner gets sold. That's 2, but Lakia finally able to take him down after he gets 3. What a huge start for Lawrence up top.
Really good mind games from Lawrence. I mean, he just crouches behind on that barrier as they continue to spray, just pretends that he's backed off entirely. The barrier's just kind of been wasted, and then he jumps up as he hears a couple footsteps. This is a huge advantage, and GONGO Prince, obviously, they need to win all the rounds to try to go to overtime. This is a good start.
Yeah, Halbe, is even on to a judge right now. So obviously the economy not great. Cobra as a Guardian as well as Slash. You're starting to see more players pick up the Guardian as time goes on.
Man, I mean, XC kicked it off, man. I'm gonna XC with that clutch with the Guardian last week was insane. And I think it's also just kind of these maps, right? You're looking for some of these kind of semi-angles where if you're confident in your aim, your crosshair placement, that headshot is going to be absolutely advantageous. And you have some of those longer ranges as well, so it's kind of more adaptable, similar to how the judges used on certain maps like Split or Ascent.
Yeah, especially on Icebox, I find it to be very useful. Lakia gonna pick up 1 and dash back, so NUTURN slowly evening up the odds. Perry gets another. Lakia's gonna find a 3rd.
What?
Up on top of orange there. Oh my word. Well, JoJo, once again, is going to be asked to try to pull off a miracle here for Go Prince to save their map lives. Look at the lineup on this snake bite. That is insane, but he's diffusing. I think he's going to be able to get it. He does! It's not quite there in time. The clutch for JoJo.
JoJo knows exactly how much damage that's going to do to him. I mean, he's the Viper himself as well. That was a really good call from JoJo. They trust him. It took just too long to set up that lineup. It's a really good one. We've seen it before in some other regions as well because there's no way to really block it, right? It drops right down from the top. However, takes a bit extra time. JoJo, I mean, a lot of players would get scared. They'd back off, but he says, you know what? I'm going to be right around 21 health. I'm pretty sure he called that exactly.
What if we added a Z-axis to Sage's wall?
What?
So you could, like, put it above you.
Oh, you just, like, have it lifted?
Yeah.
Sage just walks up to you and just lifts this barrier, and she's stuck there for the entire duration. Wow, that would be
like
something.
A mobile awning that she has on top of her, man. That would be pretty cool, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're right, because there's really no way to protect against that lineup with that snake bite. And so that just gets me thinking, like, how can you block something like that? Well, you got to make Sage's wall change direction. That's all I got.
We are seeing more creative ways that Sage's walls are being used to block some of these lineups, right, in different maps. We've seen it in some pubs here across the regions, and of course in pro play as well. We're going to continue to see that advance, especially when we see so much Viper on so many of these maps now with some of her changes. We'll see if Go Prince, now down only 2 rounds before they can take it to overtime. Can they do it again? They have a couple ultimates on their side as well if they want to secure a round.
Yeah, okay, corner checking there is JoJo. They're learning from their mistakes, knowing that that's the angle that Lakia likes to watch with that operator, heading up towards kitchen as well, seeing if anybody's on top of the tube. Nobody up there just yet. NUTURN really taking it slow on this.
NUTURN, Solo's just so smart. Solo was ready to plant at any point. He was pushed up, but after that shoulder check, they try to see if anyone's going to push onto the site, and Solo actually goes over the wall, tries to get a kill. He does get traded out eventually.
Yeah, they're able to grab the spike, though, at least. It falls behind, and now they're rotating over towards A, which is wide open, although they're halting. I think they're trying to fake a push here. Lockdown gets taken out, so Lakia now is going to push through with the blades out now, and the operator to switch back to if these don't pull through. I like the attempt here, but, Go Prince never really bid on it.
Yeah, I mean, they try to get another kill before they were able to go on to the B site. So Go Prince, that gives them just enough time to come back. They use the Killjoy ultimate as well, which is crucial, right? So often, I think you've talked about this before, Paperthen, where teams will hold on to their ultimates for the perfect moment, and that often bites them. And right now, Go Prince has no margin of error, only 1 round separating them before overtime. They need to use everything they have. Now they have the Hunter's Fury, and that's a huge advantage for them as well.
Yeah, it's kitchen sink time, right? Just like I was talking with the Killers yesterday, just rip everything off the wall and start throwing it, because you got to find a win. Suggest the recon bolt, they're going to be taken out by him. He's going to be hanging out towards Belf. There's already a toxic screen up, cutting off the vision, though, so nobody's really keen to push too far one way or another just yet. It's kind of a default setup here for Go Prince, not pushing through, although I say that, and now they're starting to make their way through mid. You can see JoJo and Lawrence beginning their push, and nobody's really ready for it on the side of NUTURN right now. Although I say that, and maybe somebody is. Oh, Perry's up on this. I take it back. Perry's up on here, so he is ready. He's going to take JoJo down. The wall there for Lawrence is going to allow him to go for the res. And Perry did take a lot of damage in that exchange.
Yeah, but now Go Prince, they need to realize their mistake. They left A open. Their challenges don't work in mid. That gives NUTURN all the information they need to know, but they're not able to plant Cobra, trying to keep them at bay.
No, Cobra is going ham right now up on the rafters. Here comes that Hunter's Fury, and he almost hits his teammate, but Slash gets Solo. The spike is down, though. So now 2 members of NUTURN left. No, Lakia misses with the shot. Takes a little bit of damage himself. Perry trying to watch through oh, he's not ready for Cobra.
Oh!
Cobra picks up the 4th.
We're going to overtime between Go Prince and NUTURN. When we came into the broadcast today, we did not imagine that these 2 teams would ever be this close on any map. NUTURN was so dominant in the group stages, and Go Prince says, listen, we've played Icebox before, we've won an Icebox before, you guys have no chance against us. Challenges them now to an overtime on map 1.
Oh, this is crazy good. It looked like NUTURN had won it. It's 12-9. I thought, okay, well, this is pretty solid. They're doing a great job. Lakia's just dialed in with the operator. You know, of course, suggest, but Go Prince starts putting things together. Halbe early, coming up big towards the end. Lawrence with some good stuff. Cobra as well on that jet.
Yeah, I think if Go Prince, if they are able to just brush up a little bit, right, where they're not just kind of waiting for NUTURN to aggress all in, because what I'm seeing is Solo usually will twist all of his calls at least once, if not twice. He's always ready to play those mind games, but right now we're not seeing that as much. They're just kind of waiting and they get a pick and then they move in. So Go Prince, if they're able to identify that in the game, they can really work that against, especially because in overtime you're switching every round, right? I mean, you have an advantage if you get that first win. The momentum is definitely on your side.
Yeah, it's really huge. So Lakia thinking about the glass cannon, doesn't opt for it, switches back. What's he gonna do?
Oh my god. I mean,
do it.
He's feeling it today.
He's feeling it.
He is feeling it today. I think he deserves it. And quite frankly, I think NUTURN kind of needs it here on defense. I think they want to all in here on defense as Go prepares their first attack in overtime.
Yeah, they were trying to push through towards B, but smokes are there, kind of obscuring some of the vision. So Cobra going to stay on top of the containers watching. And there's the poison cloud there. He's blasting through the box just in case someone's on the other side of it. No one there. Drone comes through, tries to get the dart. I think it landed onto whoever was on top of the container, if I'm not mistaken.
Should be Perry.
Perry, right? Yeah. The Viper there. Halbe trying to push through the tube, locking out. Oh, no, he gets taken down with a headshot through the wall by Cobra. That's a devastating start to the round for NUTURN.
Yeah, that is a huge opener for Go Prince, but they're still not taking any chances. They expect someone else to come and challenge them, and they're not wrong, but Solo does get the kill. Lawrence now down. Now it's back to a 4v4.
Now Lauren whiffed a bit on his opening shots and able to adjust quickly is Solo. Suggest letting go with the guiding light. Doesn't really catch much, but Perry catches JoJo trying to come through mid. Now that's 2 down. The 4v3 for NUTURN, so even losing Lakia early isn't proving to be that bad, but here comes Halbe again, striking from Perry's flank. Gonna get the headshot, waiting to see if anybody's coming through kitchen. Solo still trying to lock us down one. Can he find the other? No! Cobra's able to get him. Suggest behind Halbe on the backside. Cobra gonna dash forward, seeing if he could clear out the spike site. Working forward, a little bit beat up, but still pretty healthy. He's going to have to duel Suggest around the corner. Suggest is ready for him, and NUTURN takes the first round in OT.
Go. They had the right idea that someone else is going to challenge them around yellow, but once they get shut down on that second kill, they stop. I mean, they still had the momentum. They still had the timing. Halbe still had control of Tube. They could have tried to go for an earlier timing attack. They missed that window, and NUTURN punishes them hard for it. Now NUTURN on match point. They got that first win, but now they have to attack.
It seems like it just got a bit chaotic for both teams over towards orange there. Like everybody's trying to come in through there. Solo doing a good job locking down yellow there. And there were a couple trades back and forth. Teams were having, I think, a hard time keeping track of exactly where their opponents were. Lakia spotted out for a brief second by that initial recon dart.
Yeah, and he's going to check as he goes up with the updraft. Doesn't find anyone with the shoulder check just yet, and he's not going to for quite some time. I mean, Go Prince is playing this far back. They do have the Sage on B. Again, if there's any type of quick plant play coming into B, they are prepared. Now, NUTURN, they're trying to make up their mind. They want to strike onto A. Owl Drone is going to find one. But with that kind of placement, you have to expect something fishy's going on here on A. So, Go Prince, they should be prepared for it. These percentages are a bit skewed. Also, 99 wins on attack for NUTURN. That's a lot of rounds.
Dude, Go Prince's scores look more like my grades in school.
Listen, I wasn't allowed to bring grades like that at home, all right?
I was not a what you would call a model student. All right, NUTURN is on the attacker's side. They're making their way through towards B on the pistol. Boombot up ahead. Lawrence has a frenzy, though, so he's able to handle that pretty cleanly. Solo thinking about a fault line, doesn't end up going for it, and they're just going to back off with that dark cover in the way. The movements are obscured for now. You do have the Jet watching Hookah there. Cobra going to be with the Ghost at the long range.
Yeah, and this is a map where if you really want to see where NUTURN shines, I would watch the mini-map so much during this map. The way they play around with it, the way they start to rotate, the way they use noise to their advantage, both cutting it and making noise at the same time, it starts to get really interesting, and you start to see where Solo intentionally conditions the enemy quite a few rounds. Of course, right now we're just starting with the pistol, as NUTURN looks to make a move on B, but they're poised to take the teleporter if they need to.
Oh man, JoJo, if he gets a good paint shells in here, he can do a lot of damage. There it goes, but it flies past the entries, gets Lakia on the back. There comes the fault line, dash in from Hookah over the top. That's two, quick and easy, but Lawrence on the side in the exchange. Elbow there, Lawrence finds a third, excuse me, a second. Suggest, watching that corner now, but we have Lawrence heading back towards the alley, him and Halbei potentially going to pop through the door. There's a nice headshot, one tap. Perry comes through with a third of his own. Very nicely done for NUTURN.
Yeah, I mean, they were just waiting for the timing. Of course, early on we saw Lawrence sneaking that ultimate orb out for themselves, so they were prepared for any type of B push, but NUTURN, they're able to dodge those paint shells. The timing working out perfectly for them, get the fault line you had. The timing was really good. Allow coming in right after the fault line on top of the tube, and you're able to open up the site. And of course, the gunplay at the end of the day is in favor of NUTURN.
Yeah, it's a nice attempt by Lawrence. He's doing a really good job of holding down elbow, but I would have rather seen Lawrence stay at elbow instead of having two come over to alley.
I would agree. I would agree that you were in no rush, right? You got some kills through the dark cover. You didn't need to poke out through it. You could just stay right behind it, maybe right in the smoke in case someone pushed you right through it. And Lawrence gives that up, and they kind of line up for the enemy. Lakia just spamming through the dark cover, trying to punish the ultimate orb. Lawrence is still going to go for it.
Ooh, he's ready for it. He's ready for Lakia. Dark cover there is going to allow him to back off. Lakia seeing if he can get a shock dart to connect. Does not. Suggest going to send the boom bot into Hookah. Finds somebody. Explodes though. Paint shell's going to be used just in case somebody's trying to follow up. There's a fault line coming in. Nobody really home for any of that utility.
Yep, and NUTURN did favor to go for just the armor and some utility. Some SMGs, right, but nothing crazy here. It's really funny how NUTURN views that second round compared to a lot of teams, right? When they win, they'll kind of just go for the armor and they'll play patiently, and when they lose, they're like, okay, it's Sheriff time, and they all force spy into Sheriff's and armor. It's a very kind of unique play here in Korea compared to most teams that play very standard off of that second round. Allow has made it onto the site now.
Yeah, Boombot has to be shot down. Allow with the Spectre, comes around the corner, gets one, gets two, dashes out of the way before he's taken out. Very nice maneuver here. Gonna spray through that door into A-Link again. Lakia trying to hold this down, but it's slashed with a shorty. Catches him bouncing like a rabbit, takes Lakia down. Spike is planted.
All right, so they're just waiting for Lawrence for Go Prince. He's coming up A short. Ooh, but Suggest picks off slash from long range. JoJo all alone will go down eventually.
That's just really nicely done here by NUTURN. It is the second round, you know, you're going to have a pretty big advantage with the guns and the armors and those kind of things. So Go, picking up a couple, a nice little cheeky play by Slash with the shorty, and now it's the rifle round. So this is really where kind of things start to get interesting, and for Go Prince, a very important round.
Yeah, and Lawrence, I mean, he prioritizes ultimate orbs. He already has 2 kills on the board. He now has that run it back. And when you have the Phoenix, you want to run it back as many times as possible. It's such a high value ultimate, right? You're getting a free scout, but potentially with kills. You can't really ignore that factor. So now we see Lawrence has rotated over to Baths to try to take advantage of that should anyone even come to scout for the ultimate orb, make any sort of play on A.
Yeah, I like what they're doing with Lawrence here, you know, really making sure, like you mentioned, that ult economy is very strong for him. So Suggest is going to be watching to see if anybody comes out of Hookah. Of course, you know Suggest is nuts. Allow has to take down the turret, takes one shot from the turret himself. Not the biggest of deals. Suggest starting to push forward. Paranoia out, he's ready for it. Gets one. Cobra with the follow-up, though, on the crossfire. Gonna take him down.
Yeah, I mean, Go Prince had an idea there, right? They want to try to pick off Suggest, but you don't want to ever challenge him alone because he holds that angle so well against Hookah. We saw that in their match against Daewon Gaming Kia. And so you go through the teleporter, you try to get a crossfire. You do have to trade for it, though. So Go Prince now has to reel it back just a bit. But NUTURN also now not sure what to do. I mean, they didn't really gain an advantage here in Hookah.
I'm a little worried. Yeah, they're pushed pretty far up with that spike. And if it gets caught out, you know, nobody's over in A. I think they're trying to fake.
Oh my gosh, this is not going to work.
Oh my god.
He does get the kill, though.
Wow, that's incredible. Really nicely done by Solo. I thought he might just go and try, you know, to go in there and get taken out by the crossfire, but he's able to poke around the corner and pick up the kill. Meanwhile, A is firmly under NUTURN control with Perry taking down Halbei. flash through the box, not really needed, as they're going to be able to get the spike down.
I mean, this is what I mean, though. Solo actually is just such a blessed IGL because he has so much to work with, right? You take that huge risk. Okay, I'll take the spike. We're going to bait everything with me included for the fault line across the map onto A. If you win, we'll rotate to A. If you lose, I'll go to B. He gets the kill in hookah. I mean, this team is so equipped to make so many different plays on this map.
And you can see the confidence is just so high for them. Slash is starting to run out of time. He's going to have to do something about this. There's going to be the paranoia coming through. It was a fake, and he's blinded, and he is down. Barry's going to pick up the last kill, and that is 3 wins to naught for NUTURN.
Yeah, and also taking advantage of the fact that that fault line can get such good reach, right? Normally, you'd kind of leave it to your teammates to break into a site and bait and fake, but right now you're adding the fault line, which really opens up their entry, and you can still go around U-Haul, you pick off those kills, you're trusting your teammates because of their gunplay. A NUTURN is a very well-rounded team. I mean, this team's so scary as they continue to improve here in Korea, and I really think right now they look the strongest.
I mean, he just catches Cobra kind of off guard there, but yeah, I think NUTURN is starting to really kind of impress me so much. If they can kind of fix Icebox a little bit, I think we've got a potential Icelandic team there. I suggest he's just going to throw the paint shells in the back corner, make sure it is clear. Is he going to actually boombot around there? He does. Or not boombot, satchel charge there. Not much to be found as the dark cover comes through. There's the responding paint shells in towards long B. Right now, just kind of nobody's really finding too much out of this, just a little bit of damage done to suggest.
Yeah, but this gives so much control to NUTURN on the map. Right now, they had control of hookah. They've given it up, but they know no one's going to push out right now. I mean, there was so much pressure on there. You still have control of A. You took the ultimate over. Lawrence is going to peek out. He gets punished. And now NUTURN, now Solo can wait and say, okay, well, now where should we go? I mean, this is a buffet for Solo, right? Is it A this round? Is it B that round? They keep the spike back, and they say, well, we got an extra pick on B. Let's go there. Oh, and they use from the shadows to bait even more into A.
Oh, this is just so crazy good. Even though JoJo gets a headshot, he's quickly taken down by Solo. And now B site is wide open for NUTURN. Lawrence, he got picked off there again with his run it back. That's 2 rounds in a row that he's been sitting on it.
It's really weird that he's not using it preemptively. I mean, that is an ultimate you get, you use, you get, you use, right? You're not saving it for a moment. You're using it preemptively to deny stuff from the enemy team as NUTURN continues to go on a rampage. Solo now trying to get his share of kills. Lakio's like, you know what, I've been playing entry. I'm going to start charging forward with my friggin' arrow.
It's my turn. Guys, I don't get to play Jet, so now you got to let me take what I can get, okay? I know I'm
angry.
Really good. Yeah.
He's been fed up.
Yeah, he's fantastic as a Sova, but he's so well balanced and really just a treat to watch. So. But yeah, I mean, definitely. I think the first couple rounds as well, he got kind of picked off early. He got taken down by JoJo's paint shells on the pistol round. So I think Lakia angry here, and he picks that nice kill up onto Lawrence. Solo with a 3-piece of his own there, almost gets the 4th. And they're in time to come through the backside is Lakia. Now a little bit of pressure over towards the showers. They do have the spike again being pushed forward. Nobody has entered the showers themselves from GONGO Prince.
The way that Lawrence is sitting on this run it back, I really think it's a mistake, right? Because what you're telling me is that you want to get kills with this ultimate, but Valorant's not necessarily a game about kills. Yes, I mean, eventually you have to take everyone out to win the round, but what you're doing is you're trying to get territory on the map, right? You have to play around the map, you have to gain control, and even if you find no one, whichever extremity you use it on, now you have full control of that area of the map. And he's just sitting on it, waiting for someone to come through. Now they do hear the ult. He still doesn't use it on the orb.
Yeah.
What is he waiting for?
I think he had an opportunity there. I kind of tend to agree. He's sitting there with, I think, the hot hands in his hand there, waiting for somebody to come through. It's the curveball, and that's going to be Lawrence coming through. He does get the 1. See if he finds an opportunity now for this run it back.
But now he would have had an extra point on his next run it back. I mean, this is a bit frustrating to watch, but NUTURN is getting shut down as they try to strike onto A.
Oh my goodness, Suggest and Solo combining for Zoo. Solo's got to be careful. That Hunter's Fury is finding him, and it's going to take him down. The footwork not there for him. Perry going to have to come through, pick up the spike all on his own, a 1v2 potentially that he's going to have to pull off. Might be faking a bit of a teleport there. Going to watch the door, seeing if he can catch anybody coming through. A Vandal and a pistol. Cobra going to be leading the way with the pistol, hoping that Slash behind him. They're going to put that dart out, and they're going to know right where Perry is. Perry has to pre-fire around this, gets the double dink, and takes him down.
Oh, they lined up. I mean, it's such a narrow doorway. It's really hard to double peek that against that off angle, but I mean, they had the right idea. They had the right recon dart, right, just to make sure that they're covering their close angles. Perry was just ready for it. So the clutch goes to Perry 5-0 against Go Prince. And they need to start playing, I really think they need to start playing a bit more aggressively. I'm not saying go challenge suggest every round. That would be a really bad idea. But you need to take control of some of these areas. They can't. NUTURN currently has control of all 4 lanes, which means they also have control of both teleporters. You can't let them run amok like that.
Absolutely. It is. I mean, the ideas at the end there were good, but Perry just out-executing them a little bit. The double peek quite nice, and, you know, getting their recon dart as well, but at the end of the day, Perry's spray's just too good. Lakia's going to spot one out. I think he might have caught Lawrence with 1 bullet there, indeed. Lawrence did use the run it back finally. JoJo has the showstopper, Suggest as well with his own showstopper, so could see a couple explosives coming into play here. Oh, Lawrence finds Lakia, though.
Now Lawrence just making sure he doesn't get pushed on. He's going to use his Blaze Wall as well, buying time. Now, hookah control is in favor of NUTURN, but he can't push quite out yet, right? Go Prince, they threw the paint shells in there earlier. Oh, and Perry actually leaves his post early.
Oh no, Halbe.
No.
Oh no, no, no.
Oh, Halbe had such a perfect opportunity, but now NUTURN has to start thinking, okay, well, if they've pushed out that far, and we've taken the Killjoy, so her utility is useless on A, who's left? Well, there's Slash.
Slash doing a really nice job. If he gets taken down, you can probably write the 6th round in the books for NUTURN, but it's a pretty crucial shot there. Going to readjust out of U-Haul around the corner. Suggest isn't ready for it. That's another. Can he pick up the 3rd? Pre-fires around the corner. There you go. Very nicely done, Slash.
I mean, Slash really clutching it for them. He wasn't the last one alive, but he was the last guard on A site, and NUTURN had all the information to want to strike A, so big props to him. But Perry leaving his post a little early is a bit uncharacteristic for NUTURN and Perry himself. And now finally, Go Prince, they stop the bleeding and they get a little bit of breathing room, right? They say, okay, now we can start to make some moves, change the pacing a little bit.
And Slash's play here really covers that kind of misplay by Halbe, and that's what you need from your teammates to make up for your mistake. So really nicely done by Slash. Good hold over on the A side. Quick shower push for Lakia, gonna bypass that Altor. Recon drone right up in front. Gonna see Halbe around the corner, trying to spray through here, but there's a lot of bullets coming his way. Allow coming towards you all, gonna pick Halbe off. Up on top of the truck is Allow with the knives out. They've got full control over you all, so this should be a pretty good opportunity for NUTURN to get a plant, but they gotta watch for that flank from Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence is now making his way towards A short. Lakia should be ready for him, though. I mean, they leave someone behind, always ready for this lurk. Lakia's winning. He hears the gunshots.
Oh, Lakia, very nicely done. Lawrence there just missing an opportunity. The members of NUTURN going into U-Haul. Here they come. Right-click whiffs. Oh, no. Slash picks up another one. There's 2 there. Suggest gets him, but Cobra's there to pick up Suggest. So now it is a 2v1. Cobra very low on health, and Perry gets him in the end with the Vandal, and that's going to be the 6th round for NUTURN.
That could have been some chaotic disaster over there in U-Haul, but NUTURN, again, continuing to say, all right, we're going to keep changing the pace. You won 1 round. That doesn't matter. We still hold. We're still in that driver's seat, and they change it up. They rush towards A, right? You get the owl drone, and once you see that Killjoy pushed up that far, you're like, okay, well, we can probably strike the site now. You can cover that U-Haul with the breach. The jet goes over on the truck, and that's a site open.
Yeah, I love it. I love the change of pace for sure. You know, we're seeing good stuff from Go Prince. I liked that they prioritized the U-Haul there and stacked it, but there's just too many members of NUTURN left. It's just really hard when you're kind of at that disadvantaged situation so early on. And Lawrence has a good flank, but Lakia is ready for it. So the setups, the execution, very strong for NUTURN here on Bind, as you would expect.
Yeah, and now you've got Go Prince playing kind of scared further back on the site. I don't know if NUTURN's going to go A, though. They're positioned for it. Okay, Jet does go in. They should be set up for it now because Allow was pretty clear.
That Nanoswarm gets a little bit of damage. He has to smoke off U-Haul. They're going to double push it just in case someone's in there. Nobody to be found since, as you mentioned, GONGO Prince playing pretty far back. Now they've got a good opportunity here on the retake. You have the lockdown, you have the showstopper. What can GONGO Prince do on this, retake? Halbe pushing towards the U-Haul. Allow is waiting around the corner. There is that lockdown. The boom bot's going to let them know that somebody's in here. Alow's going to have to push forward. Hunter's Fury there as well. It's actually Suggest who kills Allow. Whoops. Halbe is going to get Suggest as well. There's the rocket coming out. It doesn't find any connection. Out in the smoke, the Blaze Wall is up to try to protect here. Rolling Thunder knocks him off, and there's a triple for Perry to finish the round. That should be it. I don't think Slash has enough time. Lakia is going to clean him up. And that is going to be another win for NUTURN, 7-1.
I mean, NUTURN just throwing everything. It's like you can think of just every disaster happening on a site, and it just all gets thrown at GONGO Prince. They didn't have a chance to defuse that spike. But what's going to be interesting now is, does NUTURN now go back to B? Because they left B open last time. It allowed Lawrence to kind of get frisky on B long all on his own. So now they send Suggest back to Hookah. Now they go default once again. GONGO Prince, if Lawrence pushes out here aggressive with the Sheriff just trying to make a play, this is going to be a huge mistake.
Well, let's see. Suggest going to lead the way with the boom bot. There's a counter boom bot there. Suggest boom bot has to be shot down. Halbe trying to double peek with
Lakia's
Slash.
ready for it.
Yeah, Lakia is not fooled at all. But you never know. It is a Sheriff here for Lawrence, waiting for this dark cover to go down. And Lakia, he's not too fooled. He knows. I think he's seen this before.
Yeah, no, Lakia's ready for it. Oh, and Lawrence, he had nowhere to go after the dark cover was gone. He waited a bit too long, just hoping for a cheeky play. Of course, GONGO Prince, I mean, they're on those Sheriffs and the Frenzies. They're on that eco, so you expect them to lose, but when you're taking risks like that and the enemy reads you perfectly, it doesn't feel great.
No, this is starting to kind of get out of control, and the economics are just getting horrible. Nice shot by Suggest with the Vandal here. Solo gonna let the aftershock come in. Not quite deep enough to find anybody in that corner. Halbe still waiting. Allow pushing forward. JoJo there. Ooh, JoJo gets the headshot through the wall. And that's gonna be a nice little pickup on Allow. At least you can maybe get a gun.
Yeah, he's looking for it. He's a little scared, though. He doesn't want to peek out too far, and that has given time for Solo to now wrap around to be long. They've made some noise over on Hookah, so JoJo has to cover his back. Suggest makes it all the way through. Will he find the target in time?
Nope. Solo is there. Good work by Solo to push through. Lakia hitting another headshot there through the wall, and there's a third for Lakia. Really nice.
I mean, the fact that they can now trust Lakia to stay back and have the Omen continue to open sights up for them with those dark covers is huge. Now that they can have Lakia with that aim, with that upgraded aim, he can continue to get information and in some ways fake things out a bit better, right, on a site. You send that recon dart in, you send the Owl drone in, and the enemy has to start thinking, okay, we got to stay here because they're fishing for information. This gives a lot of options. NUTURN now stacking B. They want to go for this. They had to play default last time against the eco, and they say, all right, GONGO Prince. If they push out, it's usually always Lawrence just on his own. Goes for that ultimate orb, and now he has to back out. He has to be scared.
Yeah, Lawrence does have run it back. This is another, I think, good opportunity, but he's just going to step around the corner and get Allow with the headshot. Coming through, finds two, finds three with the help of JoJo there. Now Suggest pushing through Hookah, trying to come up over the top, going to let the paint shells go, but he gets taken down before he can even do it, and it is just a massacre for Prince.
I almost think that recon dart was a bit early from Lakia. I think it actually gave away too much information. I know in theory what they wanted to do was make sure they secure entry for Allow to dash forward, but it actually gave the signal that Lawrence was going to back out. Otherwise, he would have peeked for that ultimate orb, and they could have gotten a free pick. Also, I just want to say, Paper Thin, Lawrence getting those kills and winning that round is really reinforcing the idea that he's okay to sit on that run it back, and it's not okay. All right, I just want everyone to know this is not okay. He needs to run it back ASAP.
Like, I know he played great there and hit some great shots, but yeah, there seems like maybe a little more value he could find out of it, and you never know. I mean, it's the butterfly effect. If he runs it back, who knows what happens. But regardless, I agree with you. There isn't a lot of value to be found in just sitting on it for so long. maybe on this one with the retake, if it happens, let's see if NUTURN really fully commits to an A push here. Allow has dived up towards the truck, but the Nano Swarms are there, chunking him down big time. Barely comes out with a sliver of health. 1 hit point literally suggests spraying through. Oh my goodness, 3 down on the NUTURN, quick as you like. Perry there sees the alarm bot, takes it down, trying to get Halbe, is able to do it, but Lawrence picks up a 3rd, and it is all up to Perry.
That was a good run it back. That was excellent, right? They wait to hear that the site is being open, and then he just runs it back, and he gets those kills. That was perfect value, and now it's Perry all on his lonesome. This round was also a bit weird from NUTURN. It's very odd for them to do such an obvious kind of bounce back and forth between the sites 2 rounds in a row. So GONGO Prince quite well prepared. Perry just looking to save and maybe get some kills as people come to hunt for him. Oh, actually, is he gonna? No
Perry's probably thinking economic damage.
Right?
Like,
okay, yeah, he's just looking for kills, right? He doesn't have time to go all the way back through here. He was running very quickly. I was like, wait, he doesn't think he has a chance, right? 1v4. Oh man, he might actually get 2 for free. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Well, Perry, is he gonna find 4 there? Oh my god, he does. Is he gonna get the ace? He gets it! Oh my god! Perry with the ace! Unreal!
The win still goes to GONGO Prince. He was literally 0.04 seconds away from actually clutching that round in such a miraculous way. But he does take away everyone's rifle.
Right. Look.
What the heck?
NUTURN will take that. Like, they'll take that. It's fine.
They'll take
They're already way up. You're exactly right.
I mean, that was their goal. In fact, their goal was probably 2 kills, the first 2 kills. And then Perry's thinking like, oh, if they're all watching over there for free, like, I might not. And as soon as he gets this kill, you see what he's thinking. He's like, oh, I can actually clutch this. And he rushes over to the crates. He still gets the ace. I mean, that's insane. That is unfortunate for GONGO Prince. Everyone has to rebuy, and now this is a crucial round for them.
Absolutely. This is kind of getting to be pretty weird because you lose that potential, advantage of the loser streak here. So if things go sideways again, we'll see. Solo trying to push forward into Hookah, following up with the aftershock there, not really catching anything as GONGO Prince is in retreat. Lawrence still watching Long B here. Lakia has a Hunter's Fury. They're going to drop the spike, and looks like they're going to maybe let the Owl Drone go and see how closely Allow wants to follow. Ooh, Paranoia, though.
Okay, but that's all the information that NUTURN needed, though, because GONGO Prince stacked the Omen over here as well, and then they used the Hunter's Fury to do some damage. Now NUTURN knows, okay, so they stacked B, with the Omen's now over here as well on top of the Phoenix. If they're still choosing to strike, it's with that information. They are going to secure that ultimate orb. Only one, Solo actually now just gets his Rolling Thunder. And now with this much time bought, B's kind of looking empty.
Yeah, there you go. Cobra's going to get hit by the Rolling Thunder. Look at where Suggest is, though, as well. He's trying to catch him out. He's going to see Halbe in the corner. Dojo is able to trade it pretty quickly. Perry gets one, taken down by Slash. Slash gone. Lakia going to pick that one up. Allow now pushing forward to watch through mid. Spike is going to be planted.
And what's crazy is often Solo carries the spike. So GONGO Prince couldn't full commit to this rotate too early despite all this chaos happening. Now Lawrence all alone in a 1v3. Can he make a miracle happen? Solo's right behind him. Solo wants the knife.
Okay.
Lakia killed Allow, so Solo's like, oh, actually, we gotta end this round. He's laughing a little bit. He's like, okay, that was my bad, guys. Well, that does wrap up the half, though. I mean, if he got the knife kill, it would have been with great celebration. But NUTURN, again, they do these kinds of fakes very well using that teleporter. Sometimes they'll send people on purpose through the teleporter to fake out. This time it was with the spike, but then the Rolling Thunder on B. But the timing is, as the Rolling Thunder goes down, you assume the opponents are making calls, so you immediately strike A. You don't give them a chance to kind of regroup and say, actually, no one entered after the Rolling Thunder. You just go at the same time, and now they got to cover all the maps.
Right. I mean, NUTURN is so good at selling these fakes. Solo is such a genius. Really fun to watch him set these up. I mean, with that one with the Rolling Thunder, like you're talking about, earlier on, the play into Hookah to pick off the Omen Cobra, just a really nicely done all around. And what do you expect? It's NUTURN on Vine, man.
Yeah, 9-3 lead, and let us mention that was on their attack. I mean, NUTURN's attack on Bind is vicious. Now they will be defending. Of course, if they win this pistol round, they're going to run it all the way home.
Look at Perry's stat line. 20-3?
What?
He's only died 3 times?
My gosh.
That's insane.
Put a Lao on Omen and give Locky a jet, and Perry can play whatever he wants.
The combat score is insane.
It's really funny because Allow's really good, but oftentimes, because of the way they kind of split Allow and Suggest on these duelists, and they don't always go in at the same time, Allow is often used kind of for bait, so you got to feel for him a little bit, because he's a really great player, but sometimes the stats are against him.
Yeah, right. I'm ready to just send in my MVP vote. I don't think it's going to be too hotly contested, but I mean, this just goes to show you how deep NUTURN is as well,
Yes.
right?
I mean, again, anyone can be at the top of that board at any given point. Anyone can clutch if they need to. And on top of that, you've got Solo now. Solo's starting to call a lot more like Valorant than older tactical FPSs, right? We're starting to see that evolution from Solo as an IGL, and I love it. He's really utilizing these abilities to send and get information, right? Even if it's sending false information, he's not afraid to make that call. And now Go Prince on attack. They really need to get this pistol round win to start any sort of momentum.
Absolutely. Yeah, a huge pistol round now as they start to push forward in towards B. Recon Dart to lead the way. Lawrence going to throw a hot hands in the corner in case anybody's waiting. You do have Lakia over on to Elbow waiting this through. He's going to get a great spot, and he sees Cobra, takes him down nice and easy with the Ghost. Going to back up, continue to watch that angle as the spike gets planted.
Yeah, but that's job well done from Lakia. That's all you need to do for the time being. We have 2 members coming in through that mid teleport. They'll take control of Hookah, and now NUTURN looking for that retake.
All right, Dark Cover coming out. Paint Shells out in front. Nobody home for that, really. JoJo's going to get Suggest. Lawrence gets one. Lakia follows up with another. Solo, given enough time there to try to finish it. Whoop, Nano Swarm on the site. That's going to slow them up for just a second. They have to hold this, or else they're not going to be able to get it. Perry, with the help of that Paranoia, going to take it down. There is still 1 member. Slash, not going to get there in time, I don't think. Indeed, NUTURN going to take their 10th round.
Yeah, Lakia gets a 3rd right at the end with 1 HP left. I mean, Go Prince, they kind of played close to Spike on purpose. They didn't have that much time either, with Lakia still being alive in Elbow, but that gives them a bit of an advantage on the early part of the post plant, but NUTURN plays it calmly. Solo pushes through, it takes out Lawrence, and at that point, it's NUTURN's playground. So NUTURN now up 10-3, and Go Prince, I mean, your chances are looking very slim.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't be too surprised to see some kind of force buy potentially from Go Prince. Nope, just going to be sheriffs here, so nothing too crazy. Maybe sometimes you see people go for like stingers or marshals or something, but not feeling too comfortable with that as they just wait it out. They've got to be super careful. I'm sure there's a lot of pressure on them right now.
Yeah, but they've also chosen to really not commit to any utility, right? Because they need to make sure they can buy for that 3rd round of the half, and it's not looking good. I mean, you invested in the Sheriffs just to try to do some damage, but it looks like it might be 0.
Now Lakia just pops around the corner, leads the way with the shock dart through the teleporter just in case. Solo is very ready for Lawrence. Lawrence, let's see if he can outdo. Oh, no, I take it back. Solo looks at the wrong second. Lawrence does shoot, reveals his position, throws a hot hands, but it's not going to be enough. Solo's going to take him down a lot, gets the last one, and there's another flawless for NUTURN.
Yeah, I mean, this might as well be over paper thin. I don't like to call maps too early, but this one is looking pretty one-sided. Yeah. And NUTURN is, I think they might be the best on Bind in Korea by far.
I think so.
I think there's no competition currently. I think so many teams have Bind's kind of become that new map to ignore, and as people try to learn Icebox, and now it's being shoved away, and NUTURN's is if you don't ban it, we're picking it. And they are looking absolutely dominating here.
Well, it's funny because, some of the other top teams hate Bind.
Yes.
A lot of them just ban it. Like Vision Strikers almost every time. They're banning Bind. They can't stand this man.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of teams, again, I think just the fact that there's no clear mid and there's, and then the teleporters, it's just something so different compared to, other traditional tactical FPSs. As we look at Go Prince going for a play here into Hookah, but not with the spike. They just want to get control.
Nice little shot there by Lawrence. Doesn't take too much damage. There's a dark cover at the window now. I'm going to back him up. Just take some shots out just in case somebody's trying to follow up. Wow, coming around the corner though. JoJo ready for it. So he's going to take him down. Takes quite a bit of damage in return. Cobra here. Gonna set up. Getting
ready to potentially push through, throwing some of those dark covers out to get ready to try to see if they can get a spike down onto A.
Yeah, really good reaction from GONGO Prince to play a bit back on A. Oh, as they pick off Solo and Bats as well, because they realize after they've pushed into Hookah, is NUTURN going to try to get advantage on the other side of the map. NUTURN loves taking territory, so now if you can win that duel, which you did, you push into A for free, it's planted, it's now a 5v2 advantage for you, and quite frankly for NUTURN, they might just save, maybe do a little bit of damage, but make sure they can secure the next round.
I mean, you're ahead. There's no reason to kind of give any more opportunity to go Prince to come back. You know, it's just, you know, like Artosis always says, if you're ahead, get more ahead. There's just no reason to throw these guns away. You know, it's early in the half, so might as well save it.
Yeah, I think you save, right? Any sort of extra creds going the way of go Prince unnecessarily is not something you want. You know, just make sure you're covering each other as you tuck away here an elbow on B. And go Prince, like, that round was played very well. It was played specifically against how NUTURN often likes to play off of the information they have, but they have to keep this up. Go needs to take control of the momentum. They're still kind of reacting to what NUTURN does, and that means as soon as NUTURN switches it up, they're at the mercy of that pace.
Yeah, I mean, especially on attacker's side against NUTURN, going to be extremely challenging. Lawrence with a nice little shot there, suggestive. Never able to get it locked down. JoJo holding the angle quite nicely as well. So, 11-4 for NUTURN, just 2 more wins, and they're going to secure not just the map victory, but also their spot in the semifinals. JoJo trying to push forward into showers with the Boombot. A recon dart out ahead. It's going to get the lock on to Suggest, so that's going to back him up.
Yeah, and really good recon dart through the teleporter, you know, to get behind enemy lines at Bats. That secures the information they want, right? They heard the noise. They're happy to give up that ultimate orb for the time being. They just need to know that there are people in Bats. Now you're seeing abilities come through A short. NUTURN being fairly ready for it.
Yeah, Suggest is just going to actually move ahead of that. What a maneuver by Suggest to avoid the recon drone. Steps in and picks off JoJo. Shoot down that recon dart quickly. The Boombot even getting somebody. Lakia's Hunter Fury finds Cobra. Things falling apart for Prince. Allow is going to get Lawrence. It is all over. I mean, NUTURN here just taking it to him.
I mean, go Prince, I think what they assumed was NUTURN will often happily back off of a site if they have all the information. They'll play for the retake, and this time they didn't. Suggest and Perry both staying on site to take care of anyone that runs too deep, trying to make sure they clear out every nook and cranny, and that pays off for NUTURN. I mean, walking right around that owl drone as well. Just the movement and the game sense here on what go Prince is thinking as you see all those utility being used to open up the site.
It's just so incredible to watch NUTURN react just so effectively, so quickly to those situations that they are in. Lawrence throws the hot hands up into Hookah around the corner, but it doesn't get flashed in time. And Lawrence just a hair too early on that step out. You know, here comes the Hunter's Fury from Slash. Does find Lakia, though. So 1 for 1 so far in the round. Tournament lives on the line for Go Prince. Allow continues to push forward. Dark cover there. Cobra gonna nestle himself into the corner. Ooh, Solo not able to do anything with that judge. Isn't able to pull the trigger before JoJo headshots him. Now Recon Dart comes out. Allow gonna be spotted. Cobra takes him down. So now just 2 left for NUTURN. Cobra teleporting himself out of the way. Just Suggest and Perry to try to hang on and get the win.
Yeah, once again, the duo left alive. Just going to back off in case there's a rotate to A, because Go Prince, they're actually kind of mind gaming themselves here, because I think they're imagining that NUTURN all must have rotated to B after they saw the full stack here on B. So they're going to wait. At this point, you got to just walk in.
Well, Perry's already got 1 ace. Why not another? Why not second aces?
Yeah, here we go. Why not second aces? Oh, man. Well, Go Prince will finally strike on. They do use their utility one last time to make sure the site is clear. It pays off for them, right? Because NUTURN tried to overread that. They were camped out in A. JoJo is going to shut down Suggest, and now it's just Perry alone once again.
Yeah, this is, well, I mean, he fooled me once. I don't know if this is going to happen. We'll see. Perry, I'm going to use the dark cover to cover that side.
And watch into Hookah, gonna spray through in case anybody's waiting around the tube. Nobody there. And at this point, I think this is wise. No reason to throw anything away. Still, you never know what can happen, and I think, you know, discretion the better part of Valor here.
Yeah, I mean, it's the worst when you're not exactly even all losing together, but your creds are all over the place, right? So just saving that weapon, that makes sure that you can buy for your teammates when you need to. You only need one more round, right? Even if you have to give up momentum for the next 2 rounds, you could always make sure you're reset up. But right now, they should still be fine for this upcoming round for a NUTURN as they try to secure the map and the match.
Well, here we go. Explorer, oh, the breeze sign there. We don't have that available yet, folks, but that will be available at Iceland. So get ready. That map wide open. Quite
have you
interesting.
played it a couple times?
A little bit. I've just had the ability to run around in it mostly. I haven't had a chance to like have an actual proper match on it just yet.
Matches are a mess right now. Don't worry about it. You're not missing much.
I'm sure it's the Wild Wild West, as it is anytime map comes out. People trying to figure out the angles, and especially in Valorant with the way that abilities work and you know, the ability to kind of put stuff all over the place really makes things very interesting as people kind of use the scientific method to try to identify, you know, how the best ways to attack the map are.
Yeah, so NUTURN now, as they look to secure the map, they've pushed up and taken control of A short, right? They're looking for any, you know, peaks as each team tries to fish for information. But Cobra is wise. He's also hanging back, waiting for any sort of aggressive push. No noise made yet. He thinks they're going to get antsy, and they are.
Wow. All right, this cross is not going to be good.
Man.
JoJo, quick and easy with the double headshot. Really well done. Looking pretty decent now for Prince. They could get a 6th here, at least continue their march towards something, maybe in overtime if the stars align. We'll see. Spike should be able to be put down here relatively soon. They're just kind of waiting to make sure no one from NUTURN is hanging around, and nope, they're all over in B right now.
Yeah, a really good play from GONGO Prince. I mean, they read NUTURN completely. They know that NUTURN now and then likes to push up that A short as a duo with the breach, right? They kind of get aggressive with that flashpoint. They've made that happen before. They cut off any sort of lurk, you know, or any sort of fake. But this time, GONGO Prince ready with their own crossfire. And everyone on NUTURN, once again, looks like they're just going to save. I mean, they've got 3 rifles. No point in challenging a 3v5.
It's good anti-stratting by GONGO Prince there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really understanding their opponents well in that situation. A big mountain to climb, and there's a dark cover just to... I think, again, NUTURN doesn't really care. They'd rather save the guns, you know, hold angles and just try to wait this out. Yep, there you go. Suggest finds Lawrence, trying to take him down. He's going to find another with the Phantom. Oof, stop.
I mean, GONGO Prince really wants to do damage to NUTURN. I get it, but after Lawrence falls, I think you back off. JoJo losing his own rifle was a bit too much. But they do secure that win. So now 6 rounds to go for GONGO Prince as they try to make yet another overtime in this match.
It's all or nothing. Really nice adjustment there by JoJo to get that transfer. It wasn't much of one, but it was still a good drag to find the second headshot. Slash is going to be grabbing an operator. So really, all or nothing is the call here for them. Allow trying to come out, and he's going to get slashed.
Oh, no.
The operator is down early. Could be recovered if they want it, as the members of NUTURN have backed off.
Slash was waiting for that too. I mean, the angle he was holding, but Allow was just a little too quick. Again, this is also something that NUTURN does. Once that Blade Storm is up, once they want to secure something, they push short, and then they push bats the next time with that Blade Storm. Unfortunately, Slash not quick enough on the trigger, and now they have to play 1 man down, 4 versus 5, as Lawrence looks to make a play on B.
Well, Solo waiting on top of the tube for the push. There is the run it back, and you're going to get the fault line to come through. Rolling Thunder as well, but Lawrence is well ahead of it. I don't think Solo has any idea, but Lakia's waiting, and Hookah picks up 2 onto Halbay and JoJo. And now he's going to wrap around towards the mid area. Cobra teleporting through. He has the spike, and it is a 2v3. He's going to try to get there quick. Allow waiting. He corner checks. Doesn't force any knives out.
Yep, and Lakia not quick enough just yet. He wants to hide his footsteps, so Lawrence makes it through U-Haul. He picks off Allow. Now it is a 2v2.
Lawrence doing a fantastic job being sneaky. Cobra picks off Perry. It is all onto Lakia now. He gets the recon dart out there. Not really really getting too much info with it here. There he gets Cobra. Looking for the last one. Lawrence up in heaven. Taps the spike, is ready for it. Doesn't come through. There goes the curveball. Lakia pretty weak. Throws a shock dart up there. Gets a bunch of damage. Gonna throw the recon drone up there. See if he can get the... He does get it. Is he gonna be able to bounce it in there? But it's a heal from Lawrence. Keeps him alive.
Oh my
Lakia
gosh.
waiting the corner check. Lawrence doing a fantastic job. By time. Corner checks
Oh my
again.
gosh.
There's no way Lakia has enough time. Well done by Lawrence.
That was some crazy utility chess right there between these two players. I mean, Aldrone to secure his position, then going for the second shock dart, but then the heal comes in from Phoenix. I mean, well played from Lawrence. He knew he just had to play for time. He wasn't getting greedy. He knew he could heal through. A very, very good use of his utility. And now it's starting to get a little worrisome for NUTURN.
Yeah, man. Lawrence is over here playing chess. Well,
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, everyone else is playing checkers, just going for kills. Lawrence is like, you don't need kills.
Yeah, you just need to buy time. Duh. There's a countdown on that thing, guys. Didn't you know? Well, Short is got a lot of pressure from Prince on this one. Slash gonna send a recon dart over towards B. There goes the paranoia. Doesn't really slow anything up. Lawrence is taking a bit of damage along the way, though. Curveball's not doing too much. JoJo as the showstopper. There's a dash out by Allow. He's trying to get the heck out of dodge. Get up into heaven with that operator. Lakia finds one, but Allow is gone. Operator down. Hunter's Fury going towards the spike site. Doesn't really find much. Lockdown is coming in for Halbay. Lakia, it does end up finding Lawrence with that Hunter's Fury. Suggests out with the paint shells in the corner. Cobra picks up two. Perry finally taking him down. Halbay waits for that lockdown to go, and there was one member detained with the lockdown, so let's see if Solo can do anything here. Gonna tap the spike. Halbay on the other side of the box, and he's not ready for it at all. Throws the Nano Swarm down. Gonna wait this out, and Perry, well, I don't think there's quite enough time. That one's ticking down. He's going to have to hold it, taps it, comes out, gets Halbay. There's just not enough time here. Going to finish off JoJo, but once again, Perry cleans it up, and just to not be able to get the win.
Yeah, 8-12. NUTURN is, you can tell they're getting a little antsy, right? They're not playing with their timings. They're rushing their skills. The Hunter's Fury comes out before the lockdown, just trying to pick off kills. That's a big mistake. I mean, you only need one more round. There was no need to try to secure those early kills if you were going to wait for a retake, and that allows for the lockdown to come out. That buys enough time. Meanwhile, on the side of GONGO Prince, they're starting to play so focused. I mean, using the From the Shadows to check on Allow and Bats, and that forces him to move out. The showstopper called out, so he has to go all the way to heaven. Now they know his position, where the op is. Really good play from GONGO.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good point you make there. That Hunter's Fury came out too early to do anything about the lockdown, and that was part of the problem here. So yeah, NUTURN now starting to feel some pressure. I think that's 4 in a row, if I'm not mistaken, for GONGO Prince. So things starting to look a little bit uneven for NUTURN.
Yeah, and after some of that quick pacing, we see GONGO Prince playing back a little bit once again, waiting for NUTURN to perhaps make an unforced error. Lawrence looking to clear out Hookah once again. Now, no one's in it, so they'll take control of Hookah, but they're not going to be too ready to make a move out into B just yet. Got to get control of B long.
There's quite a bit of attention being placed here. Lawrence again this time comes around the corner, doesn't get taken out. The push is on, but JoJo gonna get Lakia. Suggest takes the boom bot down. JoJo is pushing far in. Oh, there's two, there's three! Suggest takes down a couple before finally JoJo's able to get him. That Judge carries a lot of weight with it in those close quarter situations. JoJo continues his march forward. Throws a blast pack out. Gonna go for the spike plant. Just him and Halbay left. 3 up for NUTURN. This could be it.
Yeah, they're playing very patiently. They don't know that Allow's already around the elbow.
Ooh, Halbay. Oh, no. Allow. Just isn't quite able to find the shots.
Time.
They're buying a ton of time, only 10 seconds left. That spike has to get planted really darn soon. Halbay picks up a big kill here. Perry not able to find him. Perry gets one through the wall. The timer begins to tick in a 1v1. Tournament lives on the line from the shadows. It's going to be used, not really catching him off guard. Halbay around the corner. Gonna throw some utility through, gonna teleport, fake the teleport onto the other side. Not really biting on anything is Halbay. The exchange is there, Halbay's gonna get the win.
Oh my gosh. GONGO Prince, they're really fighting for their lives here. 9 rounds now, only 3 rounds to go before overtime. But the funniest thing is GONGO Prince looks stressed after their wins, and you still saw, like, Solo was kind of chuckling there at the end after they lost Clutch. They're like, it's okay, we still need one more round. So you can still tell kind of where that pressure lies, but GONGO Prince is playing so well. I mean, that round, they had all the right to win it. They got shut down with the judge right there from Suggest, but they're still able to open up the site. Again, they're playing for that hookah and that long strike at the same time. Really good play, and now once again, playing back a little bit, but with more focus on a short. Not a default all across the map. They just want to wait to see if NUTURN, now getting more antsy to push out. NUTURN knows better. They've made that mistake before. They're only 1 round away. They have Showstopper, and they're not that far away from the other ults. So they don't need to make any mistakes. They can go, 1 more round maybe with a loss, but they can secure the last one.
Yeah, they still have 2 chances basically to buy rifles. So this one and then probably another one. So they can be patient, absolutely, and now it's time to get a little bit serious for NUTURN. I mean, I think I'm not saying they haven't been, but GONGO Prince is really giving them all that they can handle right now. Just shows you how tenacious this Prince squad is, how well prepared they came into this match. Fault line slowing them up through mid though, as the boom bot went ahead. Didn't really get much info.
Yeah, and really good call from GONGO Prince. They used all this utility, and they got spotted by the boombot, which gives information to NUTURN that there's a lot of people on A. However, their own turret hadn't spotted anyone in hookah yet. Allow waiting, though, with the judge. Now this turns things quite a bit around. It shuts down any sort of momentum, as GONGO Prince had the right idea, but they weren't ready for the judge.
Yeah, the paranoia just missed him. There's a third with the judge. Solo gets JoJo. Cobra gets dinged up a little bit, and he is gonna go down. NUTURN takes the match.
Oh,